You are watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and it's been quite some time since I've done a rant. This would be, I believe, my 8th rant, the second using gameplay instead of a webcam. This rant, I'd like to talk about something that's not really a major issue, more of a nitpick, but it is fucking annoying. And that is, you know the old idiom, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it seems that no one fucking follows that, especially big-name companies. For instance, as I've mentioned, at least I believe I've mentioned, I work at Geek Squad currently, at least at the time I'm recording this. And with Geek Squad, you know, the company itself, that's another topic for another day. But, the thing that bugs me is I work on the computer over the phone for tech support, right? To help people with their over-the-phone shit like that. But, constantly, they're updating our interface, making it more and more difficult for us to log our fucking notes, and also they're always changing things, and changing things back. For instance, there are different plans that they have. They've changed these plans, but then effectively changed them back. I'm not going to go too much into details, because I'm not going to divulge, you know, all sorts of company shit, because, you know, that would not be allowed, I would imagine. But the thing that does bother me is the computers we use, they're always updating the system and changing the interface on how we save our notes. It's a nitpick, like I said. It doesn't affect my job, but for instance, they took away our ability to use sticky notes to log notes, so now we have to use a shitty text pad. And before that, they took away this thing we had that was a sidebar that allowed us to create our notes much, much easier. Now again, these are nitpicks, and frankly, none of it has really affected how I do my job, and I don't hold anything really against anyone for it, but it does piss me off. Another good example is Netflix. They're always updating their fucking their fucking layout, right? Like, now, you can't look at the name of the episode you're on within the episode like you could before because of their newest update. Another good example is Upload Studio. You used to be able to preview your voice before you start recording it to see how loud you were, but you can't anymore because of fucking updates. iTunes takes away things in updates, you know. Some of their updates make it so that if you have music that you've burned off of your own CDs to put on your own iPod as a backup, they fucking delete it off your iPod. I've had it happen. And these aren't pirated songs or anything. They're fucking just things that I burned off of my own CDs, and I still use the CDs. But I put them on my iPod so it's more convenient. And if iTunes didn't want us doing that, then they shouldn't allow us to save CDs onto iTunes. Rather than just having them erase everything on your fucking iPod, which has happened. Now again, another nitpick. I haven't used iTunes in a long time because I don't want my fucking iPod erased. But, that being said, another thing that really pisses me off is, people get too greedy. You know, Microsoft Office used to come stock with every computer, right? Now, you have to pay for a yearly subscription if you want the newest version. Well, I say fuck that, just keep the older version. You know what I mean? If you're gonna fucking bother enough to, try and... If you want Microsoft Office, keep your Microsoft Office 2010 or 2013, whichever you have, doesn't fucking matter. They're all exactly the same for the most part, with a few minor aesthetic changes. And honestly, this Microsoft Office 365, as they're calling it, is actually the exact same thing as Microsoft Office 2013 with some extra doodles drawn on the top, and you have to pay yearly for it, so fuck that. Another thing, the Xbox One layout, I'm actually glad they've changed a little bit, because I hated the original layout, so, you know, that's an example of if it is broke, do fix it. Because, honestly, the 360, I still think, has the best layout for a gaming console. The Xbox One has definitely improved and caught up a bit. It doesn't infuriate me as much as it used to with the AI, or UI, I mean. But, that's really the gist of it. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. McDonald's did the same thing, always updating our menu and shit. It's like... And they pissed a lot of people off, too. They took off things that were popular. Like, the Filet-O-Fish was there when McDonald's started, and they got rid of it for a brief time. And, the Southern-style chicken sandwich, same thing, although you could easily order it if you know how to just order a chicken sandwich, add pickles, take off the mayo, etc., etc. But the point I'm trying to make is unless something is having an issue working, or there have been genuine complaints about it, don't try to fucking update it all the time. Updating everything is not necessary. Maybe if something seems really, really dated, go ahead, but if it's something that works, don't fix it. This has been Fugitive Red-Eye.